Now we're going to move on to 3A part 2. We need to draw up the given elevation inclined at 15 degrees. So that's this guy right here. Now we need to incline it at 15 degrees. So it's 15 degrees from the horizontal, and it'll be 15 degrees here from the vertical. That might sound tricky, but it's actually nice and straightforward. We're going to use our two set squares combined, just like this. And that's going to give me an angle here, which is 15 degrees from the vertical. So I'm going to move along the little guideline that we drew earlier, this guy here, and we'll draw a construction line up along here, and that's one y-axis. We'll then just rearrange everything, slide it all down, and we'll get our other axis just here. Take a moment to make sure everything is square, and there we go. Now from this point on, we just use our dimensions as we would normally. So while I've got things set up, I'm going to get a couple of measurements along here and do some construction lines across. So looking at the drawing, I know I need to come up 35. So there we go there. And another 12 on top of that. So that'll give me 47 altogether. If I look in here, the radius here is or. It doesn't tell us what it is, but a small bit of detective work and we'll see that it's 23 from these measurements here. So I want to find this line here. So that's 35 minus 23. So it comes down here by 23, and that gives me 12. So I need to find another line at 12 to pick up all these points along here. So it's 12 up from the bottom. There. 12, 23, and 12. We'll get some construction lines in to help us get this all done nice and neatly. There we go. Now we need to come along the bottom. So you can see there's a whole list of measurements all the way across here. So I'm just going to mark off each of these points and bring the construction line vertically up where I need it. So we'll start with 10, then we're going to come across 23. Now I'm going to measure some of these from the end. So 10 and 23 is pretty easy, that's 33. So that gives me 23 across. Then we need to come across another 15. Another 23. And 10. And I'm just moving the set square along to save myself having to do a whole lot of maths that could go wrong. So here we go, make it nice and easy. And that's 40. Right there. So we get our set squares back together, and we can get a few construction lines where we need them. Again, I'm just taking a second to make sure it's all square. And there we go. I'm just going to need the center point here for my circle. Again, another center point there. Those 2 points are here and here for the 2 arcs. Okay, so now we've got the basics done, we can start to put some lines in. So again, I'm going to start on the basic ones that are nice and straightforward. There we go, across the bottom. We come 10 across the top here. Cross by 20 there. Now I can draw my two little arcs now. So, since I've already measured out the centers, I don't really need to put the protractor back on the ruler, or the compass even. We can just come over to here, measure it out on the page, double check down there, and there we go. It's 1. There's my second one. Connect the bottoms there. We have this edge drawn in. Now, if I look over back at my drawing, I can see that these two lines are parallel. Now, I'm not sure what that point is, but I do know where that point is. I do know where that one is. So I'm going to draw this line first, then just move up here, and we have the second line. There we go. I'm just going to use my two set squares together to slide this up. There's my second line, and now I can just complete it. And we also had a line in here. And one final piece left to go. This little corner here. Now that piece there, if we look at the 3D drawing here, is actually a little arc. So I'm going to look down the plan, and that's the length that I need. Now they give it as or again, but a small bit of detective work, we move back along here, we'll see that's 30. So that means that this is 30 as well. And we'll double check where we're going to measure from. That's 30 from the middle 10, which is there. Just to make sure it's nice and straight, I'm going to take a parallel line off here. There we go. And the construction lines in to draw the rest. And that's our elevation, all done.